Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with me, your host Dean, and welcome to Turkey, episode number 116 on our epic quest to win the top flight division in each of the European nations. It's nation number 15, definitely 15 this time, I've counted. And we're here at Turkey. We are now the manager of Konyaspor. Konyaspor was the only job in the Turkish Premier Division that came available, and I didn't want to sit here for a season clicking forward for others to become available. So here we are, in a move which is sure to spark plenty of heat debate. Din Talantai has left Kiryat Shmona to join Konyaspor. Talantai arrives with a record of 788 wins, 191 draws and 230 defeats in his career. He's also won 17 league titles and 13 cups. Talantai will face immediate pressure to bring success to Konya Büyükşehir Belediye Stadium. Okay, I'm not pronouncing our stadium name ever. Having stepped up from his previous standard to take sole charge, and will need to hit the ground running if he's to win over those who believe his appointment was a questionable decision. Kiryat Shmona will obviously now be looking for a new manager. We did get to the start of pre-season there in Israel. We actually played a friendly, and we did the first leg of their Champions League qualifying, which we won quite comfortably before we've left. We've also had a World Cup as well with Spain, and I'm at risk of losing my job over in Spain. I got knocked out in the semi-final 1-0 by Italy, which I did come third, but we were expected to win. So the Spanish FA, I've got an F rating with them at the minute. So let's click forward and get through to Konyaspor. Founded in 1922, I don't think they've ever won the top flight in Turkey, the Super League. I don't think they have. They've won the cup once. They've got a decent sized stadium, 38,000 capacity. Predicted to finish a 13th in the table. Obviously, we'll have a look over the players in a minute. It is pre-season, so there's no stats or anything like that to look at from who scored what and stuff like that. But the board expect us to finish it in mid-table and reach the latter stages of the cup, which obviously I fully believe is doable, as it always is. But here we are at Konyaspor, and here is the squad. It's took us straight to the squad screen. Can you get off my screen? Right, there we go. Yeah, Konyaspor. Nice stadium. Very nice stadium. We've got £16 million in the bank, guys. £16 million in the bank. 6 million transfer budget. Look at our wage budget. I'm so excited. It's the first time we've had any real money in one of these clubs. Oh, this episode has got to be called Money, 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 hasn't it? Has to be. Scouting budget of £369,000 as well. We're going to have, hopefully, some fun here signing some of these players. Let's have a look at our what was considered to be our best player, though, and it is Aletin Taka, defensive midfield / midfield centre. I think we've had better than him in the past. That just shows you how much your league reputation inflates your value and stuff like that, and your wages as well. £11,500 a week. He's still very good. Don't get me wrong. He is very good. He's even pretty decent as a segundo volante straight away off the bat. He's consistent as well. No, he's not. He's inconsistent, but he likes big matches. Next up is that Namli? Does that say? Yeah, Namli. He's a good defender. I get £34,000 a week though, so we're starting to get into some proper big money in terms of potential. We've got loads of potential at the club. 18-year-old here, Karasu, defender left centre. He's not too bad really, is he? He's valued at 3.4 million. So we've got the potential to sell some players on. In terms of how we're going to do in Turkey, the media prediction is for us to finish 10th. 18 teams here, 151s, so we do need to do some improvement. It's just a bog standard 34 game league. Play each other twice. There's nothing special. In terms of registration rules, it does. The squad must have no more than 14 foreign players. So there is some rules, but they're fairly lax. I've also got to have at least 123 homegrown at club player and 223 players trained by a club in Turkey in the matchday squad. They don't have to be on the pitch. But there must be no more than 8 foreign players in the playing 11. So I'm guessing that foreign means not Turkish, so I have to have 3 Turks in the starting 11. I must have at least 1 domestic goalkeeper in the matchday squad as well. I can't play players on youth contracts. There are rules there, but they're fairly lax. Like I say, I did get knocked out of the World Cup semi-final with Spain. Beat Japan 1-0, Angola 8-0, Poland after extra time, France on penalties, Ivory Coast 5-0. And then unfortunately we did lose to Italy 1-0 in the semi-final. Their goalkeeper, man of the match performance. We battered Italy, battered, but we just could not score the goal. And we then beaten Belgium in extra time in the 3rd place playoff. In terms of who the winner is, it's England v Italy in the final. England are the holders as well. So can England make it back-to-back World Cups? However, guys, I've got the pre-season to play through, and we've got the first game of the season. It's in August. It's about a month away. It's against Kostepi, so I'm going to go, play through the pre-season, see what sort of transfer business I can do. I'm looking forward to actually spending some money, some proper scouting as well. What wonder kids can we find? So I'm going to go and do that, guys. We'll come back. We'll go over the signings, and then we'll take on that first game of the season against Göztepe. Right, hello guys. We've made it to the Göztepe game. I've made a couple of changes in between when you were last here and now. I've created some custom kits. They're absolutely fantastic. If you're not aware of the Kitbasher app, I'm going to leave a link in the description to a video by SecondYellowCard. He explains it much better than I do. Also has access to the Discord and stuff like that, where you need to get all the stuff that you can use to download Kitbasher and the kits that go with it. So I'll leave a link to that in the description, but they're absolutely fantastic. They're randomly generated. I've got some Turkish type sponsors in there. The kits are unreal. They're really good. I've done it for all of the teams that are originally in the Turkish Superliga. Trabzonspor there, they're really good. They do 3D kits as well. You can see there that Yeni Malatyaspor, they're not originally in the Super League, so they haven't got one. Adana Demispor, they're really good. It's something I used in FM22 as well with my San Marino save. But I think they just look absolutely unreal. They've got 3D kits as well, so you see them turn up in the match engine. But I think ours is really nice. I like the away one. I really like that one. But anyway, we've got some transfers to go over since you were last with us. Financially, we're still very good. I have spent some of the transfer budget. One thing that I am finding, though, in particular, is just how expensive people are. If we have a look at Besiktas here, under 19s, I've scouted them, sorted by potential. They've got a 15-year-old who's got great potential, professional, promising centre-back, but he's £5.5 to £8.5 million at 15 years old. So there's some inflated prices going on here in Turkey. You're talking £10 million for a 17-year-old striker who's playing in the under-19s. So that's one of the issues that we're having. We have made some transfers, though, and we'll go over them. We've brought a total of 4 players in. We've sold some players on as well. A lot of people have gone out on loan. But in terms of the ones who we've brought in, we'll start with the first one, which was Amiran. Why have I signed this guy? I can't say his name. Akalkatsi. We'll call him Akalkatsi. He is a Georgian 24-year-old defensive midfielder on defend. He is going to be playing that position for us this season. He is absolutely outstanding. Cost us £1.2 million from Dinamo Tbilisi. Great player. Really pleased to have signed him. Reasonable money as well. He's on £17,000 a week, which is something totally new to me so far in this journey that we're doing. We've brought a couple of players in on loan from Brazil as well. We did scout Brazil's youth teams, trying to get some future wonder kids come in. So we've brought in Douglas Teixeira. We'll call him Teixeira. He is a 18-year-old Brazilian striker. He's on loan for the season. He is very good. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's not the best striker at the club, though, believe it or not, with the attributes that he's got. But hopefully he's going to develop. And we do have a optional future fee of £3.5 million. So we'll see. De Silva is another one coming on loan from Flamenco, I believe that is. left-sided inside forward. Again, very, very good. He's actually an advanced playmaker, but if we switch him over to an inside forward on attack, again, he's very, very good. 23-year-old, so maybe not going to develop too much in that position, but he is an improvement on what we did have at the squad. We have got Candido, by the way, who is a 22-year-old Portuguese player who is also very good in that position. However, his finishing is lacking. So there is some rotation to go on there. And then finally, we've brought in David Garcia. He is a Honduran. He is the new inside forward on the right-hand side. He's absolutely amazing in that position again. Does need some work on things like, in fact, stamina. Let's quickly click that on. So stamina, brought in from Marathon, 54 goals in 184 appearances for Marathon, 22-year-old Honduran. Cost us 2.2 million, which is a new record signing for us. But his value's tripled, already tripled. And he's considered to be a good player for most Super League sides. So what that's done in terms of our season odds is it's drastically brought them down. If we have a look at the season preview, we started off at 151s, around about here with Adana. We're now at 51s. So level in this sort of area, including with Göztepe. Göztepe are today's opponents. They are slight favourites for the game. So obviously we're going to get into that. We're going to go through our first starting lineup that you can see here with the scouting that we're doing. Besiktas now under 19s. Let's have a look at them. A 16-year-old, great potential, value up to 4.6 million. If we try and make a bid for him, he doesn't want to sign for us. And a lot of the South Americans and Africans as well. We've scouted Africa. It's a great place for future prospects. They don't want to leave their current club for development purposes. But away in our first game as the manager of Konyaspor, looking forward to seeing these kits. They're absolutely fantastic. And the first lineup that we're going to go with for this season is going to be Yilmaz in goal. Very, very good goalkeeper. 28-year-old Turk. Possibly an area that could be improved. His shot stopping's not exactly great. But this is what we've got for now. Hopefully throughout the season we can bring some more money in. And if we're here next season, we'll have a bit more of a war chest to go with. Taha Cengiz is the right wing-back on support. Another 28-year-old Turk on £31,000 a week. Has been injured for most of pre-season. Club legend, one club legend, which is a great... He's declining a little bit, but that's possibly because of his injury. So we'll see how he gets on. Centre-half is Gulbatin, another 28-year-old Turk. We've got a lot of 28-year-old Turks in this side. As a centre-back, he's very, very good as a centre-back. We play ball-playing defenders on defend. Passing could do with a little bit of work, which I thought I was focusing on. I have been through all the training and adjusted people's training and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I went through all the training and adjusted people's training. It's possible I missed one or two. So another 28-year-old Turk, 34 grand a week, is a lot of money. But he, again, very good. He's got decent physicals. He can defend. So pleased with him. Senol is another one who's I have adjusted, as we can see here. He's actually a central defender as a ball-playing defender on defend again. Again, very, very good. Passing is the 1 weak area. As you can see, though, we are already training on that. A 22-year-old Turk. We've got somebody who's a different age. Mudat, or Mudjat, 21-year-old Turk on the left-hand side as a wing-back on support. Fairly decent. Crossing, dribbling, ball control, that sort of stuff. Can do some work. He's got no pace either. So this is possibly an area that we'll look to improve. He's got the advantage of being homegrown, though. So that's why he's in the squad. In midfield, it is the new signing, Akalakatsi. That's going to take me a little while to get used to, guys. Very, very good. We are working on his pace. He's a little bit slow. 24-year-old Georgian. He has replaced in the lineup a Portuguese player who I've got, whose name I've forgotten the name of now. It might be Alexander Santos. Yes, it is. He's replaced Santos in the starting lineup, a 30-year-old Portuguese player. Not exactly brilliant, although he's okay in that position. He's got good strength and stamina, decent pace, but he's going to find himself out of the starting lineup for this season. I've actually listed him as well. Hopefully we can bring in some money for him. Two Segundo Volantes to start the season off are going to be Manuel Gomez, another Portuguese 25-year-old. Very, very good. for the position as a segundo volante on attack. Finishing does let him down. We are trading that. Everything else, though, is very good. He's actually scored 3 goals in pre-season as well. We've had some pretty big results in pre-season, including beating PSG. Allerton on the other side as the other segundo volante. Again, fairly decent. The only thing that lets him down again is his finishing, which we are training. But he's got 4 goals in 6 games in pre-season as well. So finishing maybe not so important of an attribute. Garcia, as we've already spoken about, on the right-hand side. It's then De Silva on the left-hand side. Debut for those two. And then up top, we've got Okan Aslan, a 20-year-old Turk. He's got unbelievable potential. Still room to improve. He's really, really good. Again, finishing not his strongest attribute. Pace-wise as well, he's a little bit slow. But we do have a future transfer for a striker coming in. He joins on the 12th of the 1st, is Tom Backhaus, an Austrian, 17 years old, as an advanced forward. Great attributes, 17 years old. He's got potential to grow into. So he's coming in as well for not a lot, I don't think. Not a lot. We'll see when he joins. We'll see when he joins. So that's the starting lineup for the first game here in Turkey, guys. Hoping we can get off to a good start and win our first game against Göztepe. Like I say, they are the slight favourites, so we are on the back foot straight away. But the fact I've improved the squad as much as I have already with the very few signings that I've made is really encouraging. Hopefully, like I say, we can build some money this season. I can't see us winning the league this season. It's not going to be a first-time attempt at Konyaspor. I'm really excited to see these kits in the match engine, though. They look absolutely fantastic. We're in our away kit, which I love. Göztepe in their kit as well, although that might be the original kit. It depends on whether they were in the... It is the original kit. It depends on whether they were in the Superliga when the save started. Of course, we're 30-odd years into the future now, so there's a lot of teams who have come up through the ranks. But Gomez finds Taha Cengiz feeding it forward towards Garcia into Okan, and he's got his first goal of the season already in the 4th minute. We're going to get a VAR check, though. I think there's a possibility of an offside in here. It's going to be tight if there is, but that's a flying start if it's allowed. It has been disallowed. I thought there might have been an offside, and it was Okan who was offside. The ball forward there is good. Garcia does well. Is that offside? Because surely he's behind Garcia when he plays the ball. Interesting. And that's a that's a red card straight away. He spent most of pre-season injured. He's then come in and got himself sent off in the first game. Do you know what? We're going to go to a 3 at the back. And we're going to put Mudjat on as a ball-playing defender on defend. So we've lost our width. He can play there. That's good. We've lost our width straight away because we've picked up a red card 6 minutes into our Turkish adventure, shall we say. But still, we are the team on the attack, and we've got a dangerous free kick here to be taken by the Brazilian De Silva. It's towards that back. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Göztepe coming forward now, but Garcia does really well to pinch that one there. Looks to feed Aletin, but it's a shocking pass. And it is Socorro bringing the ball forward. Aletin gets back to him, and he's forced all the way back to Romo. Göztepe building a little bit of momentum here. The ball into the box, headed clear. Back in again towards that far post. Garcia helps it on its way, but Harun is going to help it further on. Romani back out to that right-hand side, and Errol deflected cross towards the back post where Issa is all by himself, gets it back in again. Oh my God, how many crosses came into our box there. Again, guys, apologies if I butcher some names here. It takes me a little while to get used to them. Ocon taking this free kick, though. It's another good one. It's hit the underside of the crossbar this time. Oh my God. Yeah, but it takes me a little while to get used to pronouncing some of the names, so bear with me for a little while, guys. I do get them eventually. It takes me a few games, though. 0-0 at half-time, though, which is a good start, considering we've been without a man for the vast majority of the game. Mudjat taking the throw-in, finds De Silva on this left-hand side. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. It's towards Okan, but his shot is blocked behind for a corner, which is going to be taken by Garcia. Can he pick out one of our central defenders at that near post? He can't. It's headed clear and helped further clear, but Gomez is going to collect this. We are looking dangerous despite the fact that we're down a man, which is really, really good. And we do have another free kick to Silva to take this one. It's into the penalty area. I think we've been given a penalty. It's a handball. Is it Issa who's given away the penalty there? VAR will soon tell us. It has been awarded. Yes, a penalty. Who's going to take it? I can't see the numbers. The numbers are a bit dark. It's going to be Gomez. And he sends the keeper the right way, but it's too hard into the corner. Manuel Gomez gets his first goal of the season to put Konyaspor 1-0 up in this game on the hour mark. It's a great penalty, too hard and low for the keeper to get anywhere near it. And that's fantastic because Tepe looking to get straight back into the game. It's Busty with the free kick. And it's a good one. And I do you know what? I knew it was going to go in. I knew it. When you play Football Manager as much as I do, you just know when stuff's going to happen. And I knew as soon as we'd taken the lead and they got themselves that free kick, they were going to score. Ocon's not having the best of games. We're going to bring out our on-loan striker in Techero. We'll call him Techero. That sounds about right. We're going to get him on, see if he can have a little bit of a better performance. Of course, we are starved a little bit of service due to the fact that we've got no width. Garcia's also having a poor game. So on his debut, poor game there. We'll get Mohamed on. I'm not going to say his last name because he's known as Mohamed in the match engine. Techero wins that one, finds Mudjat. Mudjat could have played that back to Techero, and we could have been one-on-one there. Romo feeding Errol, though. Mudjat gets the tackle in. Aletin. Mudjat again, and he's just hoofed it clear again. Mudjat. And Gus Tepe come forward again down the left-hand side. It's Issa this time. Gets the ball into the box. It's deflected behind for a corner. Gus Tepe applying the pressure late on in this game. Of course, we're struggling without that man, but they're not going to get anything from the resulting corner. It's going to be a highlight for Konyaspor instead. It's Senyol into Aletin, feeding it forward towards Mohamed, the new man on the pitch. Can he score? He can, Mohamed! With his first goal of the season in the 82nd minute. What a substitution that is. He's come off the bench. He's been on the pitch a matter of minutes. And he's bagged himself a goal. This is a great ball forward by Aletin. Mohamed made the run. It's a fantastic finish with the outside of his boot. Not bad for somebody who's got no finishing, is it? And he's come on, he's made the difference. We've gone 2-1 up here in this game with 10 men. And as we approach the full-time whistle now, it's going to be, it's a memorable first win here for us in Turkey. That is absolutely fantastic. A little bit disappointed by the performance of some of the players there. But Mohamed has come on and rescued it. I'm really disappointed with Tahar Cengiz getting sent off so early on in the game, but that's the risk that we run with having players on tackle harder. Fantastic first win for us, though. We're not going to appeal against that ban. £202,000 for just winning. That's where the money comes from in Turkey. We're going to make some money here, aren't we? Providing we can keep winning. Fantastic start to the season, though, guys. And a new nation for us in Turkey. It is a 34-game season, so we're going to come back 11, 12 games in to see how we're getting on. Hopefully we'll have a decent season. It would be great to qualify for Europe, wouldn't it? Not really too much of a dominant team here in Turkey either. It's fairly mixed between Galatasaray, Besiktas and Fenerbahce. In fact, they're the only three who have won it for quite some time. So breaking into that top three is going to be the difficult. Besiktas here have managed a second place here. Trabzonspor got a third place. But it is a majority of those three teams, the big three teams here in Turkey. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure and I have greatly appreciated your company. Konyaspor in Turkey, nation number 15. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button though, guys, if you've enjoyed it. If you're new here as well and you have enjoyed it, please remember to hit the subscribe button. As I always say, it helps me out immensely and I do greatly appreciate it. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in and I'll see you all next time. Cheers, guys.